I'm Angie Hilton from Destination Happiness. We are honoured to be able to share Mark Biscan's story. Mark Biscan's journey is one of resilience, strength and transformation. From the first symptoms of MND to the mental battles that followed, this video takes you through his story, one of struggle, discovery and ultimately a profound shift that has him seeing life with new eyes. Mark's reflections on compassion, gratitude and purpose offer a message of hope for anyone facing their own challenges.
I would have a pre-illness mantra and a post-illness mantra. Pre, I would probably not give a fuck. And then now, care about everything.
Before Mark had a diagnosis, the uncertainty weighed heavily. Those 10 months would prove to be the hardest of his life, filled with questions and an unsettling lack of answers.
So the first thing that happened to me was when I was walking, I was kicking the ground. And we didn't know what was causing that. It happened as I turned 50. February 23. Started on my left leg, progressively went all the way up the leg, into my right leg, into my arms, whole body basically. It took them 10 months to diagnose me, and those 10 months were very tough. Thinking I had MND, everyone telling me you don't have MND, the roller coaster of good days, bad days, everything in between.
At first, Mark turned to what he knew: movement, action, determination. He tried to exercise the symptoms out of his body, clinging to the hope that his strength could overcome anything.
When I started, I tried to train out of my body, so I became obsessed with doing gym work, walking, physio exercise, all this stuff that, the physio said do it 3 times a week. I was doing it 7 times a week, sometimes twice a day, trying to get it out of my body. And that just made me worse every morning. Every morning, I felt like I'd run a marathon.
When Mark travelled to America for his 50th birthday, the symptoms were already there. What should have been a celebration turned into a turning point when a doctor's warning shook him to his core.
It coincided with me turning 50, so walking around, my foot was kicking the ground. It was progressively getting worse. We're actually going to America to celebrate my 50th for 4 weeks, so I didn't want to go to the doctor before we went away, but I ended up going, and the doctor scared the shit out of me. Said, you need to get a scan. If the scan shows nothing, you could have a brain tumour, a spinal tumour, MND, MS, and scared the shit out of me. And so had a scan, didn't show anything except I had a fractured coccyx. And that happened at my 50th party. Piss fell over. They said, just go on your holiday, have a good time, we'll sort it out when we get back. So I had 6 weeks, 3 weeks skiing, 1 week in LA with the family. Then my mates came over for 2 weeks for the Kentucky Derby. And so I couldn't ski, my symptoms were getting worse. Went to a clinic over there. They scanned me and said, oh, don't worry about it, you've got something pushing on the nerve. Gave me some Valiums and see you later. So kicked on for the rest of the trip. going from the trip, that's when shit hit the fan.
For Mark, every visit to a doctor came with a wave of fear and uncertainty, what he calls white coat fever. And yet he faced those moments head on, even when the pain and anxiety seemed insurmountable.
It was test after test after test. Panic attacks. I had what I call white coat fever. Couldn't go see a doctor. I couldn't walk into a doctor's room. Triggers were unbelievable. Don't know what would trigger you, but someone would say something, trigger me. Many deep holes. Very easy to dig, very hard to get out of. It would just like consume you, like you would break down to nothing. Couldn't walk, couldn't move.
As the illness moved through his body, each stage brought new challenges, and with them, a deeper understanding of what he was facing.
The thought of having MND, it's been worse than having it. Got diagnosed 2 weeks before Christmas. Actually, no, my work Christmas party, so I had to cancel. And basically got given a tablet that night that I now take forever, and basically go and do whatever makes you feel good.
One of the hardest moments for Mark wasn't just facing his diagnosis, it was having to tell the people he loved. Sharing that kind of news is never easy, but it became a lesson in vulnerability and connection.
Have to tell everyone, person by person. Very hard that was, because it was almost like getting diagnosed every time you sat down with someone. So you could only do maybe 2 a day because it was so exhausting. But I didn't want to do it with a text message to close people. So we did all that, and then once everyone was close, then you could send out a general message to everyone else. Then what do? Shit.
When the world is quiet and still, the mind can be so loud. For Mark, the nights became the hardest, where fear and uncertainty crept in, testing his resolve.
Night times were the worst. Could not sleep. Everything amplifies at night time. Same thing. I've got MND, I've got MND, I've got MND. What's going to happen to me? All night, every night. And can't function, no sleep. Just in the biggest hole and no way to get out.
But as time went on, he realised that fighting the illness physically wasn't enough. He needed to find a way to accept it, and in doing so, he began to retrain his mind to focus on gratitude and resilience.
How do you get out? Well, you gotta find new people. You try absolutely everything. We start with noise at night time, rainstorms, nature sounds. I didn't know the thing is guided meditation. Then found meditation. I had to teach myself to try to stop the brain.
He describes negative thoughts like digging a hole. It's easy to get trapped in the darkness, but finding your way out takes patience, strength, and the right tools.
Holes are very easy to dig and very hard to get out of. So the plan is not to dig the hole, be able to stop yourself, which is easier said than done. Easier to fall in the hole than try to stay out of the hole.
Gratitude became Mark's anchor. He's learned to cherish everything he once took for granted, from a kind word to a sunset sky.
The biggest thing I felt was gratitude. Before 50, no gratitude. Always wanting to buy the next property, build the next house, do this, do that, non-stop. Now, I wake up every day and have gratitude for what I've got.
Mark says his diagnosis changed everything about the way he sees the world. From the beauty of nature to the simplest moments, life became more vivid and meaningful.
Someone could say I love the beach because they go there and they go for a run along the beach and they go home. I go to the beach, I put my feet in the sand, I listen to the waves, smell the water, feel the sand, sometimes cold, sometimes hot. Sometimes there's seaweed on the beach, sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's no waves, sometimes there's big waves. Tides in, tides out. See the sunset on the horizon. See cliffs in the distance. What you see when you go for a run. I do my exercise. I love running on the beach. Same on a golf course. Oh, it's a beautiful golf course. What about the trees, the birds in the trees? The little animals running on the ground. Just different ways to look at life. Singing this chant. I love, I watch all the leaves, the birds, everything. Where before I was 50, I'd shut the blinds, and my son on my TV. So just things are more important. I'm grateful for my wife and kids, my house, my job. I had a choice whether I want to work or not. I choose to work because I love it. It's more gratitude. Just different feelings. In my legs, I still do. My legs don't work, but I still give them gratitude. I still thank God I've got legs. And they gave me 50 good years, so I still thank them.
The old Mark thought it was soft to cry, but through his journey, he's realised that real strength comes from allowing yourself to feel and share your emotions.
I was old school. If you cried, you were soft. If you talked about your feelings, you were soft. The girls would come out from school and talk about their feelings. I'd say, I'm out, Marie, you deal with that. Life changing. Summing up, if you'd send me a text message, I was always thumbs up. Now I can give hearts. Like the first time I gave a heart, you just want to share your feelings.
Mark believes in the transformative power of kindness and love. Sharing it freely not only helps others, but has brought profound healing to his own heart.
Like I never knew how rewarding it could be to be nice to someone. Give someone, you walk in the door, I say, geez, your hair looks beautiful. Now, that lights up your face, makes me feel good. You've gone the effort to do your hair, if someone acknowledges that, feels, it's good, but I couldn't believe when you say to someone how good that makes me feel. Where I would never give compliments or do anything that was, around feelings.
Now, Mark says he hugs everyone and tells them he loves them. It's a simple act, but one that's become a cornerstone of how he lives his life.
I used to be an uncomfortable kisser, a comfortable hugger. Now I hug everyone. Even my mates, I tell them I love them, Just embracing, not hiding anything. That's sort of a big change. And love myself,
For perhaps the first time, Mark has learned to truly love himself. He stopped being so hard on himself and found peace in self-compassion.
I always was trying to be hard on myself, and now I just love the person I am. Don't worry about, what you weigh, how fit you are. You just love every day what you are. Driving home from the hospital after the diagnosis, looking out the window, I saw stuff I hadn't seen in 50 years. It was instant. I was probably scared of spiritual world. Now I embrace everything. What I've done, tried, been through, anything out there that can help.
Mark emphasises the importance of surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, even if it's just by 1%.
1% as I call them, but 1% make 10%. So I think I've retrained my brain there's still a long way to go, but I haven't had a panic attack for quite a while. And just look at positive. There's positives in everything, so look at positive, not negatives. I said before I have white coat fever, so when I go to the doctors, I would leave the doctors and I would take 2 words and I would manage to twist them into a negative. And then I would think about that 24/7. And it's a bit like if I say to you, if you're going to be an arsehole, I'm not going to talk to you. I would interpret that as, you're an arsehole, I don't want to talk to you. So 2 meanings, bad context. So now when I go to the doctors, and I used to think they were judging me. So I hate going there because I'm thinking, what are they thinking about me? Instead of now I go in there, okay, I'm seeing the doctor, they're there to help me. No other reason but to help me. I try and get a positive out of each consultation and go home and think about that. So total mind shift.
Meditation became more than a practice for him. It became a lifeline, a way to quiet his mind, centre his thoughts, and find strength in the present moment.
I would start with not on the hardest. So find a meditation. You need to concentrate hard. Because your mind wanders. So find something and concentrate on that. Get yourself to sleep as a start. Relax the body. You have to relax the body. With my symptoms, if I'm not relaxed, I call my body a pinball machine. It twitches all over, it does my head in. Through meditation, I could stop them.
He discovered the incredible benefits of breath work and ice baths, not just for his body, but for his mind.
What first told me to relax the body was ice bath. Get an ice bath, control the mind. But before that, everything comes back to breathing. So if you learn to breathe, you can stop half your problems. A panic attack can be stopped with breathing. Ice bath, breathing again. Ice bath relax me, like first 30 seconds, but once you get used to it, relax the whole body. Magnesium flotation tanks, another great. Lay there for an hour, fall asleep, let the body relax. Massage has been very important for me, heaps of massage. Basically, whatever makes you feel good, and then make time to do it.
Through this journey, Mark learnt the vital importance of prioritising his self-care above all else.
Because looking after yourself takes time. More important than work, I say now, full-time health, part-time work. Everything about you is the most important thing. If you get yourself right, you can do other things. But if you don't get yourself right, you can't do anything. So spend the time, get yourself right.
He also discovered the transformative power of hypnosis, using it as a tool to reframe his thoughts, find inner calm, and tap into a deeper sense of control over his mind and body.
So another thing, hypnosis, amazing experience, highly recommend it. Teaches you to go deep. And I can't sit still naturally, so your first 5 hypnosis or more mightn't work. It took me half a dozen goes, don't happen. Just gotta keep working, and when it comes, beautiful.
Mark realised the absolute importance of living in the present moment, finding peace and clarity in simply being rather than worrying about the past or future.
After a diagnosis, I'd always think about the future and what's going to happen to me. So that was debilitating. So I had to stop that. So I operate, while I say now, I operate between my breath. So if you breathe in, that's your past. And when you breathe out, it's your future. If you operate between 2 breaths, you're present.
He shares his story of his first tattoo, a tribute to family and the unshakable importance of love, connection, and the people who mean the most in life.
My first tattoo was a Japanese word for family. So Japan's a very special place for us. We go there a lot. I still go there for treatment twice a year. And a family, because it means everything to me, but not just my immediate family, my village, my friends, my siblings, my parents, all part of my family.
He found solace in creating a special happy place in his mind, a retreat he visits whenever he needs to escape, find peace, and recharge his spirit.
My happy place is in a natural environment. My happy place is full of Japanese blossoms all the way around. Hence Japan has an onsen in there, hot and cold one, has comfortable chairs and photos all the way around of my kids. And different things they've done. That's where I like to go. But anywhere like mountains, in the forest, beach, anywhere natural. It's good having past experience in those places so you can remember them.
Mark reflects on his journey with a sense of wonder, often wishing he'd discovered this version of himself earlier, one grounded in gratitude, self-awareness and love.
I wish I had discovered myself a lot earlier. And I would say just dabble, start slow. If you're not ready to tell people, get on a meditation. Who knows? Spotify is full of meditation. YouTube, full of meditation. They're all free. Just dabble at night time. Do that, find out what you like. Sound healing, sounds. I use drums, whatever works, different hurts. Just take the time out, even get a massage. An area of life feels good, you've got to relax the body. Then, once you've done that, you need people in your life. And when you're discovering yourself, the right people come forward. It's so funny.
He really understands that people don't always know what to say, but he's found that the best connections come from simply showing up and being present.
You'll have friends that you can talk to about, and you'll have friends you can't. Doesn't mean they're better friends or worse friends, it just means it's not for them, it's for them. So, if you can get someone like I'm lucky, I've got Marine, I've got siblings, parents, and really close friends who get me, and therapists. Like, I seem to gel with everyone that helps me, and there's good people out there that want to help.
He shared that during his meditation yesterday, he received a clear and profound message, one that inspired him to sit down for this interview and share his journey with us today.
Right here today because of our meditation yesterday, where my message was, help others to help me. The way my mantra is, I have MND. I can be sad or I can be happy, but I'm still going to have MND. So let's be happy and try and make everyone around happy.
Through it all, Mark's love for Marie has only deepened. Their bond, tested by challenges, has grown stronger, built on unwavering support and profound devotion.
He is truly amazing. To be faced with such a horrible diagnosis and to come out of it wanting to care for other people. He just gets on with it and he doesn't bring other people down. We're surrounded by love, but the gratitude that he has taught me so much. And I hear him say so often, MND's made me a better person. And not to say we don't have the most horrible days, because we do have horrible days where we stay in our jammies and cry. But we have beautiful days and we have so much gratitude for things that we had no idea were so important. And friendship and kindness and everything. And he's taught me that. So you just have to be still and enjoy the moment. And the moment's really hard, but it's all about just being grateful. Thank people. Thank the person. Say hello to the person, because you don't know what sort of day they're having. You never know what's happening. So you just have to be kind. And that's what you do. And ask for help. Ask for help. And there's people to help. And if it's not the right person, ask someone else.
Like, I would have been this type of person. They avoid you because they don't know what to say. And then other people just know what to say. And then you get a lot of people who just send a text message every month and say, just checking in, So I feel bad for me, pre-50, how I didn't check in. I ran ahead. I begrudge anyone that hides now because I was that person. I'm still the same person. If you want to talk about MND with me, I'll talk to you about it. If you want to talk about the footy, if you want to talk about my wheelchairs, there's no boundaries. Whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, everyone's different. I get that.
Yeah, just find your right people.
Yeah.
Right people for different things.
Mark Biscan's journey is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to find light in the darkest of moments. His message of hope and resilience inspires us to cherish the small moments, nurture our connections, and live with gratitude. Thank you, Mark, for reminding us all of the true meaning of life.